Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of My.Drive, where I'll be sitting down with Chris, the skid plate guy, to talk about his company and rallycross in the USA. I'm glad to be out here, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.
Yeah. So what's the name of your company?
Skid plate guy.
Skid plate guy.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how did you come up with the concept for it?
Back in like 2012, I went to Team O'Neill, did a rally school, the 2-day Fiesta class when they had them brand new. I quickly realized I needed to have a Fiesta because it was a nice platform with parts that are already pre-made by M Sport over in the UK, so you can buy parts, add them on, and make it into a full stage rally car. And I quickly realized that I needed more driving skill. So SCCA Rallycross here in the United States was the best option to get my dip my toe in the pool. So right off the bat, I bought a Fiesta, fixed it up, and I knew I needed a skid plate. So skid plate and seat belts were the first thing I did. I searched all over for skid plates. Japan had one, and it was going to be like $800 plus shipping. M Sport has one. Theirs is like full rally grade, and that was like, I don't know, in that $1,000 range plus. Team O'Neill had one, and theirs was like a $700-800 range. And for what I was doing, I didn't need like full stage rally protection, but I knew I needed to protect. So I was lucky enough to find over in Europe a manufacturer that had a skid plate ready to go. And my first skid plate that I purchased was $500. So I got the benefits, the price was good, and I quickly realized that there was other people that wanted an easy bolt-on, no drill, no modification of the car skid plate. And that was the other thing that attracted me, was that I don't have to be a fabricator to put the skid plate on.
Yeah.
So I got the skid plate here, and it literally took me 25 minutes to install my first skid plate.
That's awesome.
So that was the reason that skid plate guy started, was because then other people wanted them. And by bringing them over in bulk, I could get the price down a little bit, and now everybody's happy. It's a little bit good price for the value, easy install, and it's a business, so there's money being made, but at the same time we're saving people money.
That's awesome.
And that's how it all happened.
Yeah, well, I think it's a great concept, and I drove all the way from Canada to come down here to get your product because I couldn't find anything that matched you anywhere.
Right.
Really, right? And it's totally worth it just to even just come down here. I was amazed by how quickly you were able to just set it up on there, and it's a brilliant design. It looks really easy to get back underneath if you need to. So what are some of the other cars? So obviously you helped put it on my car, and mine's a Fiesta ST. So what are some of the other vehicles that you've put them on?
The first ones that we did were like 2012 time. There was no ST, so a bunch of Fiesta guys were getting on the same bandwagon I was on. Let's build our car slowly and either just do rallycross or get into stage. And then the ST came out. The ST took a while because the intercooler pipes were right where our old design was. So I had to help the factory come up with a better system to get the brackets wider. So the Fiesta ST was a huge hit. Once the Fiesta ST hit, then the Focus ST guys came knocking, and that is like the Fiesta ST is big, but the Focus ST is like huge. And
so how many Focus STs have you done? Because I know up in Canada they're not a really popular vehicle for rallycross, but is it popular here?
The big thing I found was I had to change gears because I thought the rallycross guys would be all over this, and amazingly, the tuner market.
Okay.
The tuner market is huge. They're bagged. They're on lowered springs.
Okay.
They're camber. There's all these things that are going on to lower their cars like so low to the ground. And the closer they get to the ground, the better. And they need the protection. So after the Focus ST guys, a lot of them are tuners, and there are some guys that are racing them, but big game changer recently is the RS, the Focus
Yeah, yeah.
RS. We sold out of the first 5 before they even got to the warehouse.
Wow.
We're in the process of getting 20 more coming, and 3/4 of them are already pre-sold.
Wow, that's awesome.
So the Honda Accord guys, huge, and it's weird. Like once in a while, you get an Audi A6, he needs one. An Audi A4, he needs one. Toyota Yaris, Chevy Aveo, which is the Chevy Sonic here.
Yep.
So there's constantly somebody else finding us. You know, we've had requests from Puerto Rico and shipped some down there.
Oh, wow.
We've shipped them to Mexico. We've shipped them up into Canada, Alberta side, so the West Coast and the East Coast.
Wow.
It's a simple solution to a concern some people have. Not all people have it.
Yeah, because like I found you on Instagram and actually contacted you that way. I'll put a description and link in the bio of the video so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, it was really interesting. Just like this is the first time I've ever done a transaction like that through that. So
Right.
Have you found like a lot of people contacting you through social media?
It's literally people's first question are like, "Do you have a website?" And my response is, "We have over 1,000 applications."
Yeah.
So to build a website that would be able to properly do that justice is so prohibitive to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We bring in like 100 skid plates 4 times a year. The majority of them are pre-sold. They're special order. They're made for you, for your car. So inventory is not like a good thing.
Yeah.
So we want to get them in for you, get it to you.
Yeah.
And literally 95% of 50% of the sales go through Facebook, 50% go through IG. I sold a Hyundai Genesis Coupe to a guy in Georgia in 2 Instagram drop messages.
That's awesome.
He says, "Do you have a skid plate for a Hyundai Genesis Coupe first gen?" I said, "Yes." "How much?" $595 for the 2-piece kit. "Okay, what's your PayPal?"
There we go.
2 minutes later, I get a PayPal, friend to friend, no fee to him, no fee to me. And the next day we put it in a box and shipped it
That's amazing.
Shipped it UPS, and it was all good.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's crazy. It's like,
because I was super I was amazed when I messaged you. You just said it's here, come on down, and
Right.
I acted on that. I think I contacted you maybe a week before coming down here,
Right.
maybe even if that. And I thought that was amazing. So how'd you get into rallying? Like, how'd you get into motorsport in general?
As a kid, I loved going fast. I loved being on skis. I loved being on mountain bikes, 4-wheeling, stuff like that. I never really was like a car driver. We used to like to go fast. And I think the idea of stage rally like piqued my interest. So I found Team O'Neill, and the Fiesta came. They got 30 Fiestas at their school through this program through Ford, and I had some spare cash, and I wanted to learn it. And if I wanted to learn it, I wanted to learn it right from the get-go. I wanted to start at zero.
Yeah.
Be taught, left foot braking, pendulum turns.
Don't learn bad
braking.
habits before, right? Yeah.
So I liked the idea of speed, and now I was just doing it in a car, and it's a personal challenge. I'll show up to an event. I've got a 2012 Ford Fiesta, so no turbo. It's pretty much bone stock except for some suspension tweaks. And out of like last weekend, there was 28 cars. I came in 3rd place.
That's pretty awesome.
So I've been to Team O'Neill 3 times. I completed my full 5-day class, and I think there's something about finding the parts to get the job done, and like that rally, the whole rally thing is that like hunting and pecking and finding stuff and putting together a package and getting the right tires, getting the right suspension, getting the right air pressure, all these little like fine details like made it so that suited my personality. So we just, with skid plate guys, like I'm affording my habit and I'm solving a problem at the same time, and I feel like it's not work. And I'm passionate about it because I learn the problems that people need fixed. You look at cars and you start to learn, like that's how we got the Fiesta ST skid plate figured out. But it affords me to rally.
Which is great.
And it's a connection that is important because I feel like I'm testing them. I'm not just selling them. I'm using them. And
so do you think we'll see you up in Canada anytime soon?
actually, that is a really funny story that you asked. That is that one of the guys, Billy Mead, the racing cook, he has a clock ticking on being allowed to come back into Canada.
Okay.
So the minute his clock expires, which is this year, there's a whole crew of us that want to get up and do some Canadian rallycross.
Nice.
Because you guys, your rules are a little looser, which is what we like. Like less cones, more speed.
Yeah.
Like put a tree out there, that's fine. Like you learn not to hit trees because they're way more damaging than a cone.
For sure. And we have Rally Sprint too.
Yeah.
Maple Leaf Rally Club does Rally Sprint, which is really interesting too.
So once our boy Billy he gets the okay from the mounted police, we're heading back up to Canada.
There we go. I'll welcome you with open arms. That's for sure.
So we're hoping because we coined a phrase. We call it the win and run. We get all these Canadians that come down to our rallycross events, and they'll win a first, second, or third, and then they get in their car and they run back up to Canada. Well, that's sort of unacceptable. We need to go up to Canada and do some win and runs, and
there you go,
and share that pain with them.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we love that when the Canadians come down because they're always fast. Ups our game, so it's more of a like little pat on the back.
Yeah, for sure.
They're taking our gold.
Well, I'm gonna come down for sure and come out to a rallycross down here. But when you guys come up, you gotta let me know because I'll definitely be out there with you. All right. Well, thanks again for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah. So all the information will be just below. So go check Chris out. And if get you completely done with all your skid plate needs. Awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
Awesome.
See ya.